All right, so we want to do a quick video today to show you how to change the HEPA filter in our 2023 Tesla Model 3. There's some literature for it online, but we wanted to do a quick video to try to make it a little bit easier for those of you that don't want to read through the tutorial. It says to start by first taking the passenger seat and moving it all the way to the back. So we moved it all the way back. Then it frees up some space because you're going to have to crawl underneath here. So there's 6 of these little interior buttons that need to come out that are underneath of the console here. Then you have to remove this side cover here in order to be able to gain access to where this is housed. So if you look up under here, you can use your fingernails. It says it recommends a flathead screwdriver, but they're not in super tight. So I've already removed 2 of them. So you just kind of come up here, get your nail underneath of it, and then you just want to pull it right out. Comes out. There's another one back over here. And if you just kind of tug on it, this will come straight out. So you'll see it like that. So once you get those removed, you're gonna reach the far left side, or the far closest towards the front of the car, towards the center console. There's a little 2-finger cutout. So you just put your hands on that and you kind of pull this down, and this whole thing will drop out. So you just leave this off to the side. I wouldn't disconnect these wires because I don't like to disconnect things if you don't have to. So you just kind of leave them plugged in. They give you a little bit of room here for some play. So leave them connected, put it off to the side. Make sure you set your interior connection buttons off so they don't get lost in one spot. And then you're going to reach up here to the carpeted area in the center console. Start with the farthest towards the front of the car away from you, and you're just going to kind of reach your fingers around and just slide and tug it. And as you go, you're going to just apply slight pressure until you can actually get it removed. So see, it kind of pops out. There's a few different mounting spots along the way, and then you can see the back side of it. There's these little clips in here. So these just push in with some pressure, even pressure, you can pop them all out. So don't tug in one area too hard, but if you kind of just move your hands slightly around the piece, it will come right out. So that exposes this center console area, which is where our filter is hidden. It's going to be all the way up here in the front. So I've got a little Phillips screwdriver. See that? And you're just going to twist it counterclockwise to get it out. There's not much torque on it, so it should come right out. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it is a Phillips. I think it's a Torx bit. But my screwdriver has 2 tips on it, so it has a flathead and slotted, or a cross. So I just flipped it to the flathead, and it fits perfectly in here. So I'll pull this all the way out and give you a better view. So if you have just a flathead, that's fine. But if you're looking, here's the cross. If you don't actually have one of these, it's a little bit more uncommon. So if you have a small flathead screwdriver, it actually fits perfectly in there. So you can use a small flathead. Also on the outside too, this is probably 1/4 inch. If you wanted to use that, you could use a 1/4 inch, but I'm not sure. But a small flathead works. So you remove that, and then zooming back up in here, you kind of see this cover just comes right out. Just pull this down. Take this out, and you're going to set it to the side too, and here's your area. And then on the top of the filter, there's a little pull tab. You just pull on that, and it kind of comes right out. This one's actually not too bad. I've had it about 2 years. There's definitely some dust and debris in there, but here's compared to the new ones. You're just going to see this one's a little bit more dirty, more brown and grayish. This one's more of a white in color. And so we're just going to install it the same way that we got it. Let's say there's actually 2 in here. Wow, that's cool. So maybe there's one more. Huh, there is 2. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So maybe we should order a second one. But I saw another tab, and I was pulling on that, and it looks like, there you go. So there's 2 in there. We only got 1 to replace. So I think I'll probably just put 1 back in there, the one that looks a little bit cleaner. Maybe the first one back, and we'll have to order 1 more. So good side note, if you're going to replace these, I guess there's 2 of them. So we'll replace one today, we'll order another one, and then we'll do the second one tomorrow. But you can see you want to replace them both. So you just slide it back in the hole. And actually, let me just turn this over. So we get the tab there on top. Here's how it's going to go back in. You've got both of your tabs here. So one on the top here and one on the top there. So you can have easy access to pull them out. So we'll put the first one in on the bottom. Okay, you slide it into place, and then you can see that little tab is sticking out. So you know that's right. And then here's the one with the second tab. Goes on the top, so you're just going to put it right on top of that one. Okay, there you go. And that's it. So that's the install. Tuck the tabs back up. Put our cover on. And we're going to replace the screw. In the same spot here. So tuck that in. Put our screw back in. Use our flathead screwdriver. And there you go. You just want to snug it down. Doesn't have to be too tight. So that's the install. And we're going to take our side cover piece here and just match it back up. And before you apply pressure, you just want to make sure that you get all your tabs lined up. And then you can just put a few pounds of pressure on it. And you hear each one kind of click into place. And there you go. So there's that. And then now we're just going to replace this right back up in the same holes that it was in. Underneath here. Everything just snaps right back into the same spot. And then once we have it locked in place, then we'll replace our interior fasteners. There you go. Kind of slides into place right there. The 2-piece looks like a nail here. It's an interior fastener. These are pretty standard. You take them apart. One here, and you're going to take this and you mount it up in the hole first. Once you get it pushed in, then you take the centerpiece, push it in the square slot, and you just push it. There you go. So we'll replace all of those. One more here. And here's our last one here. So there's a total 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4. I think I said 6. There's only actually 4. Put our last one in, push in, and there you go. You're good to go. That's the full install. Just remember, it's 2 filters for the Model 3 and not just 1.